of compared to India, just living here. So I think it just helps a lot winning matches, big matches, winning, getting to the later stages of events. Yeah.
And did you buy yourself any gift?
I bought mom more than I bought for myself, to be honest. But yeah, she deserves everything she gets. And yeah, we shopped a lot. We are still on a spree of shopping, to be honest. But yeah, um, it's just lovely the sort of things you can buy in UK. I mean, everything from clothes to shoes to everything. So just amazing. So we just like shopping over here, and we don't shop in India anymore, to be honest. We just like to shop here and just take it back to India or something.
Come with the empty suitcase and go back with the full one,
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
How does it like feel that you're in a sport that if you won one of these tournaments you could be winning like half a million to £1 million sort of thing? How does that make you feel? Is it more about the money or more about playing? Is it the passion? Is it now a amalgamation of both?
Yeah, I mean, I've never actually played snooker for the money. To be honest, I wouldn't have chosen snooker if I were in it for the money because there was no money in India. You couldn't make a living out of it, to be honest. But yeah, you can make a living out of it over here. And when I go into tournaments, don't think about money as much. Just want to play my best and I want to win the tournament. That's it. That's my main goal. And the money is just kind of a bonus, to be honest.
Bypass of it. So
Yes.
how do you come to the UK as being an Indian resident? Like, do they sponsor you? Do you get sponsored visa or visiting visa? How does it work?
So I have to apply for a work permit, for a work visa, and World Snooker is, I mean, they support you in every possible way. So they give you a certificate of sponsorship, they give you a work permit letter, everything. I mean, you're working for World Snooker. So, I mean, they are very, very helpful to all the foreign players, and they are doing such an amazing job, to be honest. Yeah.
It's amazing. The reason why I'm asking because someone in India could be watching this.
Yeah.
And he's probably thinking, I don't know if I can play snooker, and if I am any good, how the hell do I get a visa and things like that? So there are opportunities.
Yes, I mean, if you turn pro, I mean, it can change your life. I mean, if you do well on the tour, obviously there's money. There's, I mean, the life is really good in the UK as well, except for the weather. I
Yeah.
think nobody's adjusted to the weather ever, even being born in the UK. But yeah, if you qualify as a pro, I think there are many benefits. Now you get 20,000 guarantee, £20,000 guarantee money by World Snooker, half in the start, half after about 6 months. So I think there's something they are helping players with. They are
Yeah.
just doing something. So I think it's a big boost for players because the start of the season is when the players need money a lot
Mhm.
to travel, to get to the venue, to travel around Europe, maybe travel around UK, everywhere, go to China. It's expensive. The flights are expensive. So I think they are doing a good job. WPBSA, World Snooker Association, is doing a good job to help players in every way.
Amazing. And how did you afford the flights at the beginning? Before money started coming in and things like that. How did you fund your passion, your sport?
I mean, by God's grace, touch would be like Guruji's mayor. We are well off. Like kind of, we don't kind of. I don't want to say that I don't need sponsors. Obviously, I need sponsors for sure. But we were kind of well off to base ourselves here in the start. Obviously, it gets a little taxing after a while because if you're not winning, then it gets a little bit taxing financially. But the second season has been good by Guruji's mayor. So yeah.
Amazing, amazing. You speak a lot about your mum, which is amazing. And can I ask about your father?
Yeah, so I mean, my mom's been a single parent since about I was about 13, 14 years old.
Right.
So I actually didn't have a really close relationship with my father. I don't speak to him. So
Really?
yeah, yeah, it's like he doesn't exist for me kind of.
Wow.
So yeah, she's all I need, to be honest. She's given me the love of a father, mother, grandparents, everything. So I don't need anyone else.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, it's amazing that your mum fills both roles. But your father, does he still reach out or try to contact you, or
No, not really, not
or
really. We
seeing
are
you
like,
on the TV now? Like,
no, 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 not really. Like we haven't spoken in about maybe 10, 12 years. So I don't expect anything to change. Yeah, I think that's all I would like to talk about that.
no, okay. All right, amazing. Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, no worries.
So look, I want to go back in time, and I want to go back to maybe primary school when you're like 10, 11 years old. What was young Ishpreet doing then?
So young Ishpreet used to play. Uh, I used to play cricket, basketball, football, each and every sport you can name, tennis, table tennis. I used to play throw ball for my school. I used to play inter school, once qualified for the state level as well. Uh, but then, yeah, when I started playing snooker, I just kind of left everything else. And snooker was the thing I was interested in.
Was you a
That was my.
natural?
In snooker? I mean, my potting was good since the start, but I needed a lot more, I mean, training and coaching around it, because just potting is not enough. And I feel you need to learn a lot before you can actually compete. So, yeah, I think in some way I was kind of a natural gifted potter, kind of. Maybe people used to say that, but only I know how much hard work I've put in. So, yeah.
How much hard work do you need to put in?
So, when I started playing snooker and when I used to be coached in the beginning, I used to play for about maybe 8 hours a day. But then obviously when once you reach a certain level, then it just drops down to about 4 5 hours. And I still practice about 4 hours whenever I can. Not before events. I just like to mellow it down to about 1.5 hour before events, because I want to keep my energy high and I want to be hungry for the matches. So I don't play a lot before events. I think 10 days before an event, I just cut it down to 1 2 hours a day.
Okay. Do you have to be physically fit to play snooker?
Yeah, of course. I mean, when you are playing longer matches, you have to have good mental focus. I mean, you have to be physically fit, because you never know how long a match can take. You're gonna be sitting in your chair and just come out and your hands are all cramped up. Then that won't work. You have to be focused all the time. So I think there's some kind of physical activity except playing snooker has to be there for
Hmm.
sure.
Don't your fingers ever get sore with the cue going through it or
No, no,
anything?
no,
No?
no.
And how much does your cue matter? Because I remember this time that I think it was Ronnie O'Sullivan, the tip fell off and then he had to use a different cue and his game just changed.
Right.
How important is your cue? Like, do you have one cue? Do you have many cues?
Yeah. So
Is there a certain weight, balance, ratio, small tip, big tip? How does that work?
so I've got my cue since I think almost now 12 13 years. It's a pretty old cue. I would like to change it now. I feel every player has a typical height and weight they would like for the cue. So it actually depends on the player's perspective, how heavy they want it, how long they want it, and also the tip sizes, how big or small they want it. So it all depends on preference, to be honest. But yeah, I've got a 57-inch cue and about a 9.6 tip size, also about 17.9 ounce cue. I think I want to change it now. I've ordered one. Hopefully it'll be with me soon. But yeah, I would like a little bit longer cue for
A
me.
little bit
Yeah,
longer.
yeah, yeah.
Why is it? Because you've got taller since you've had it,
I mean, I
or
just feel it's a little bit short for me, and
right?
I've experienced it's not working as well as it could. Probably if I get a
Wow,
longer queue, I maybe even play better.
wow.
So I think it matters a lot, to be honest. But it's working for me right now. I feel like it'll be better if I get a new cue, a little bit, maybe a 58-inch cue instead of a 57. So yeah,
We're
hopefully.
talking about that much more.
Yeah,
An
yeah,
inch.
it makes a lot of difference, to be honest. That's like two fingers more on the back of the cue.
Wow.
So I think it makes a huge difference.
And how do you adjust to that cue? You know, it is if you're so many years playing with that same cue, and all of a sudden it's like, who are you?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
I think you just need practice, and I feel all the players who are on the tour right now, all the professional snooker players, they don't